And welcome to the big showdown. It's the final 7 holes of the 2002 Patapsco Picnic here in Ellicott City, Maryland. I'm Brian Sullivan. With me this week is our special guest commentator and longtime professional disc golfer, Craig Gangloff. Craig, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Brian. It certainly is a pleasure. We've seen some great golf, some great weather here this weekend on a beautiful golf course.
The players are Larry Leonard, Mike Moser, Steve Brinster, and Joe Mila. Now, Leonard coming into this with a 4-stroke lead. The rest of the players are spread out. How do you see this washing out?
Larry's got to be the favorite. He's been playing solid golf all weekend, Brian. It's going to be tough to catch in just 7 holes in the final. The 3 remaining players are all solid. Should be looking to mix it up here in this final 7.
The players are heading to the pad, so let's get you out to the action. And so after the deuce, Joe Mila. On hole 2, he's got 304 feet to go into the trees.
Joey's chosen the Phantom for his roller. It's a staple in his game. Very predictable disc for Joe.
Oh, it's just about
and it looks like he's put it right past the basket.
Crowd liked that one a lot. And Joe, really a master with those roller shots. Here's our leader, Larry Leonard. He's probably going to hyzer this shot, don't you think, Craig?
More than likely. Looks like Larry's chosen somewhat of a high-tech disc for a straight shot with a late fade. Looks like he's made the gap, maybe just behind the basket. The crowd seems to like it.
Found a little love as he was moving into the trees and moved right through those branches. And Larry Leonard is looking good for a possible deuce. Now here's Delaware's Mike Moser. Moser known for his solid game. That's a high hyzer shot.
Mike's gotten a little bit high. Looks like he's a little bit left to the basket.
And Moser is going to have some work to do if he wants to find the deuce on this second hole of our final 7 at the Patapsco Picnic. Finally on the pad, Steve Brinster. He's also going with the hyzer shot.
Steve's a big fan of the Sentinel from Millennium. Looks like that's what he's chosen to throw. Looks like he's hit the gap, but maybe hit it a little firm. Brian, it looks like Mike had a little trouble that last round. It might have turned his ankle, so he's got a little tender footing off of the tee.
And Moser out of the shul. A fine up shot. He'll take an easy 3.
Looks like Steve has indeed gone past the basket, left himself about a 45 or 50-foot putt.
And here's Brinster's putt. Once again, just a little off.
Looks like Joey Mila has left himself about a 25-foot putt, just left of the basket, pin high. Joey putts with an 86 mole. It's just very solid with that disc. Seems to me he's been using it for about 5 years.
And if Mila can hit this putt, he will put himself squarely into 3rd place. Steve Brinster would fall to 4th. But first, Mila has to hit this 25-foot putt. He does a lot of straddle putts, which he's doing now. And that one's good. A deuce for Joe Mila again.
Larry Leonard, our leader, has left himself a mere 12 or 15 feet. Should be looking for him to can this deuce without a problem.
He has been hitting them from much, much farther all weekend long. That one's automatic.
Does not hesitate.
And so it's going to be deuces for Leonard and Mila on our second hole. Pars for Moser and Brinster. Mila moves to 3rd place. Brinster falls to 4th. So after 3 of our final 7 holes at the Patapsco Picnic, Larry Leonard now leads by 6 strokes over Mike Moser. Joe Mila trails by 7. Steve Brinster by 8. We're at our 4th hole, 291 feet. Essentially a straight shot, but there's some trouble to get into up there, Craig.
Very nice kind of tunnel shot. There is some trouble late in the fairway, Brian.
Joey's laid it right down the middle, giving himself about a 30-foot putt for deuce.
And I know Joe Mila's pleased with that, as this hole gave him some trouble earlier in the day, which resulted in a 4.
Larry Leonard's up next. Looks like he's got a rock in his hand. I bet he's going to be trying to play a nice slow fade, left to right to get through that final gap near the basket.
At this point, Leonard can play fairly conservative and easily maintain his lead. Look out for the tree.
Looks like he caught that one guardian tree. That's the gap you kind of have to miss to, or the gap you kind of have to hit to get to the hole on this one, Brian.
And Leonard will be facing a fairly long putt. Meanwhile, 21-year-old Steve Brinster, he knows how to throw a flat, straight shot. That's what we'll be looking for here.
Steve's giving that disc a chance, and it looks like he's laid it within about 15 feet, Brian. He pushed the ceiling on that one. Steve is one of our sponsored tour players, sponsored by Millennium Disc Golf out of Austin, Texas, I believe.
It was a good chance that that disc might have found a chance. He had great height, just not enough power behind it. Mike Moser now on the pad. And Moser is fading a little right. And as a result, he's off a tree and in the middle of the hole. I gotta tell you, Craig Ganglaw, this is really one of my favorite holes here at Patapsco Valley State Park. It's so beautiful, this nice, soft undergrowth with these trees. As Moser finds another of those trees, and he may be looking at a bogey this time.
As you said, Larry's got a fairly lengthy putt. He's going to try and loft it up and give it a chance for deuce.
He has excellent concentration. Oh, that was a great looking putt.
Left it just a little bit short, but should be an easy three.
Come on, Mike.
Here's Mike Moser trying to make his save for three. Brian, he's got about a 40-footer with just a couple of trees in the way.
And one in particular may be giving him some serious trouble. He goes around it and just off the basket.
Here's Joe Mila from about 20 feet. Brian, he's left himself in good position for deuce, and he seems to be playing real solid here in this final.
He's got a tree to the right. He'll probably be straddling this one. And I believe I haven't heard this park more quiet than it is right now. There's a good-sized gallery here. Everyone is holding their breath. And that deuce is good.
Joe Mila solid with another deuce here in this final with just a couple of holes to play.
He's tied for second place with Mike Moser.
And soon to be taking sole possession of second place, it looks like. But first, Steve Brinster for his two. That's good.
Yet another deuce on this 291-foot hole 8. Larry Leonard to lay it in for three, and we'll go to hole 10 next. Here in this final set.
And with 2 holes remaining, Larry Leonard has a commanding lead, but second, third, fourth place are really up for grabs. This is our 6th hole, 268 feet. Plays across the valley, slightly right to left, as Joe Mila goes with the roller on his shot.
There we go.
And it comes around enough to give Joe Mila a putt.
Again, choosing that phantom. He's been throwing, I think he's been throwing that disc probably close to 15 years. It's the same disc that's been in his bag since I've known the man.
He has bonded well with that disc. There's a low ceiling on this hole, which may have contributed to Mila's decision to throw the roller. I think, though, we're going to see Larry Leonard here take it in the air. At 268 feet, this is well within everyone's range. They just have to avoid the branches that are creating that low ceiling.
That looks great, Larry. Nothing but a thing there.
And Leonard lets out a great shot.
Larry's pushed it about 30 feet to the right of the pin high, leaving himself a nice level putt for deuce. Here's Mike Moser, third on the card.
With Mila up for potential deuce, Moser wants to park this one, but he's going to be heading a little to the left. And he stayed out of trouble. He's not in the road, which is out of bounds, but he's going to have a very tough deuce putt.
Hole 10 here at Patapsco is one of many scenic holes, Brian, and it's got sort of a guardian branch that you have to dare to make the shot work.
Brinster found it as well, and that will be two of these players who are going to have a tough putt. You've shot a lot of rounds with Mike Moser, Craig Gangloff. What can we expect to see here? Is this within his range?
Very much within Mike's range. He's been a solid putter for several years, winning on tour many times. He'll be looking to cash this one if he can, slightly uphill from about 50 feet.
Currently sitting in third place and just low.
A little short. Here's Stevie Brinster from about 40 feet.
Brinster's been hot and cold with his long putts this weekend, but he does have a chance to stick this one in. There it is. Very nice. Oh, that was great, and Brinster really needed that one. That's going to move him most likely into the tie with Mike Moser.
Last round.
And you can expect Larry Leonard to hit this putt from about 25. Oh, and that was unusual for Larry Leonard. He has been sinking those blindly this weekend. But fortunately for him, he didn't need the stroke.
Unexpected miss for Larry Leonard. Here's Joe Mila from about 18 feet. I think this should be a pretty easy putt for Joe.
This one is for deuce. And that's good.
Continuing his solid play here in the final, Joe Mila makes up another stroke on Larry, but we've only got one hole to play.
So it is now Larry Leonard in the lead, followed by Joe Mila, Mike Moser, and Steve Brinster. And it's our final hole, 7 of 7 at the Patapsco Picnic here in Ellicott City, Maryland. And currently holding second place by 2 strokes, it's Joe Mila. Our hole, 456 feet, basically straight up the middle, but you gotta watch for the shul on both sides, and that looks like a great rip.
Joe's giving it a good tug. It looks like he's headed right to the basket. It's just a little bit short. The crowd seems to like it.
That was a beauty. So Mila looking strong to hang on to second place. Meanwhile, our leader, Larry Leonard, has a 5-stroke advantage, and he can pretty much do whatever he wants here. Of course, we're hoping that he'll hit the chains. But 456 feet is a long way, and that one needs to come a little more right, which it does not.
Brian has pushed it just a little bit left and found a little bit of the trees, but down that far on the fairway, it's still pretty clear.
It is make or break time now for Steve Brinster, who is tied for third place with Mike Moser. He needs a solid drive here.
Steve's got incredible power and distance for such a small guy, and very smooth off the tee. Looks like he's pushed that right side and maybe caught a little bit of that foliage.
So Steve Brinster will find himself a long putt when he reaches his line, and Mike Moser now can take advantage of the situation if he can park this shot.
Brian must have had trouble with his ankle this far. But he didn't quite finish that flight. He pushed it a little bit to the left.
So Brinster, after chastising those branches a little bit, is looking at about 65 to 70 feet. However, it is downhill, which makes for a little easier putt. Just let that disc do all the work and spin itself into the chains.
Giving it a good chance. Oh, came up just a little short.
Fine effort and a fine weekend from Steve Brinster. And the real critical shot here is Moser's. He needs to get to the basket if he wants to stay tied with Brinster. Gave it a run.
A valid try, right over the basket. Mike's solid from most every distance. He kind of surprises you sometimes where those putts fall just from out of nowhere. Here's Larry from about 65 with a comfortable lead. He'll be looking to give it a chance, but not much of a worry.
He's certainly not going to be out of control here. He's going to give it a chance, but keep it reasonably near the basket. And he is going to be our winner this weekend. Would have been a great finish if he'd have sunk it, but nonetheless, Larry Leonard, a great weekend. It's going to be at least 5, unless Mila can hit the deuce.
Joe Mila from about 40 feet. Glances off the right side chains. And the crowd is very appreciative of the effort put forth by Joe Mila here at the Patapsco picnic in Ellicott City.
And it's going to be a second place finish for Joe Mila. And as we wrap up, we want to say thanks to the club here and all the folks who have done such a great job putting on this tournament. We have certainly had a fabulous weekend of fun and disco.
Our host club, the Patapsco Putters, supported by local Maryland clubs, the Cedar Farm Golf Club from Seneca Creek, the Calvert Flyers from College Park, and the Mid-Atlantic Disc Club, all sponsors of this tournament.
And there it is. Larry Leonard is the winner of the 2002 Patapsco Picnic. It looked like Leonard had it wrapped up from the beginning, Craig Gangloff.
He played real solid the whole time, really didn't give his competitors much of a chance to make a move. Joe Mila, though, he made a good move and played very solid in this final, overtaking Mike Moser for second place. Mike, though, it looks like he suffered a little bit. He had a little bit of an injury in that final round. He looked to be favoring that left ankle, so it was a little unfortunate for him, but still played fairly solid, held on to third place.
Craig Gangloff, thanks to you, and Disctv will be right back. We're with this weekend's winner, Larry Leonard. Larry, how did it go out there for you?
It went really well. It was hot, but I endured and had a good time and played well. It was fun.
You went into the final 7 holes with a 4-stroke lead. Obviously, you were feeling very confident right out the get-go.
Yeah, I felt really good. I threw a really poor tee shot right on the first hole, and my closest competitor didn't deuce the hole, so he didn't gain on me, and that kind of made it a lot easier. I still had 4 strokes with 6 holes to go. After the first and second rounds, you were tied up for first place. Were you ever in doubt? Yeah, you're always in doubt when you're on a tough course. If you throw a poor shot, you can get kicked into some really bad stuff. But I was putting really well, missed very few putts that I shouldn't. I made almost every putt I felt like I should have. And I was throwing good, so I felt confident the whole time. You were clearly tearing up on the putts out there, and it was a great pleasure to watch you playing. Thank you. I had a great time. Congratulations. Thanks.
Disctv is brought to you in part by the Professional Disc Golf Association, guiding disc golf into the future. DiscLife.com, the world leader in disc golf. And by Gateway Golf Discs, for those who want to throw and win. That's Disctv for this week. Join us next time when we'll take you to Shorewood, Illinois for the Shorewood Shootout. And join us online anytime at disctv.disclife.com, where you can order tapes of the show and learn how to send us footage from your course. For Disctv, I'm Brian Sullivan. We'll see you next time.